Hey, how you doing? I'm Brian Smatt, HR Wellness Coordinator, and it's been a while since we've come back on our videos, but we're excited as we enter into October, being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and super excited to introduce one of our fellow city employees, Ms. Tanya Driggers. Thank you for being here, Tanya.
Thank you, Brian. I'm glad to be with you.
So tell us a little about yourself, how long you've been with the city, what your job is, and why you like working for the city.
All right. Well, I've been with the city for almost 13 years now. I've worked with Fleet and now Electric. Always been in admin. Love it. I love being support staff because I like helping people.
And your husband also works for the city, right?
He does. He does.
So it's a whole family affair?
My son as well.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, are your new office here off of Jackson Bluff Road, so you're getting all settled in?
Yep. Like
Wow.
it. New everything.
Wow.
It's
Just
nice.
yeah, new environment,
Yeah.
it's a great, beautiful workspace, and I know you guys have a great job. I know the director, Rob McGarrett, puts a lot of emphasis with the employees and all that. So, but today we're talking about, more particularly, breast cancer awareness. And October is a big month, especially for the women and men in our lives, but predominantly the women in our lives, and making sure the proper screening gets done. On the 19th of this month, October 19th, for the third year, going to partner with Capital Regional Medical Center for our third year offering mammogram party. I know party is kind of a loose word. It's not a party in that sense of a word, but it's more of a fellowship with other city employees to go in and partake in an exam that women should be doing annually, especially once you enter past age 40, and especially if you've got some other backgrounds with your other family members being involved with that. But tell us about why you did it 2 years ago, and then some things that came out of that.
I'm happy to do that. I was with the first year that we did the mammogram party. I had decided not to do a mammogram that year because, face it, they hurt. They're not fun. They're not pleasant at all. And so I decided not to. And then you came out, promoted the mammogram party, and I thought, I really need to support this, so I'm going to do it. That afternoon, I got a phone call and said, hey, we found something. We need you to come back. And that was a scary phone call to receive. So I did. I went back a week later, and there were some things that they found that they said we need to watch. I shared my story with my mom. I did not know that she had not had a mammogram in a couple years because she had decided, I'm not having them. They hurt. They're not going to find anything. She got a mammogram. They found something. She told my grandma, who had never had a mammogram.
Wow.
So she had her first one because of that mammogram party.
Wow.
And because of that mammogram party, we were able to find some things that my mother and I both have that are being watched every 6 months. So I kind of feel like that mammogram party saved my life and my mom's.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Especially, I think you had touched base with me maybe a week later or something about that, kind of a follow-up. And you hear that now 2 years later, I still get goosebumps with that. And I've shared your story, not particularly who you were, but just to give an example to other city employees, but why it's important. And I know it's not a party, but talk about what the experience was like when you went with some of the city employees. I picked you guys up.
It was fun. It was fun. A bunch of women getting together. We got picked up. We arrived at the facility. They provided us with muffins and juice, and they treated us. It was a party. We had fun. It was fun going through it with other women because we knew what we were going through, and we could commiserate together of this is not fun, but it was fun being with the other women.
And that's something that I've, especially in 2019, from a health and wellness standpoint, that I really want to do a bigger focus on relationships and people to people, and don't just treat city employees as employees and supervisor relationships, but really connecting. Like, you're Tanya Driggers, you believe the same way I do, and you have the same feelings I do, and you have family issues and spouse and children and all the other stuff that comes with just being a part of this thing called life. And so I think it's important that if we connect as people and really work together, like, hey, have you had a mammogram? And so you already had that family unit, it sound like with your mom and your grandma. That is just, like, I hear that story, I just get the goosebumps thinking about what that means, the impact not just what we offer, but seeing how like you led by example and really challenging the people that you love. And I think a lot of times breast cancer awareness kind of gets lost, especially by everybody wearing pink.
Right.
But there's also an educational component behind that about why it is important. It's not just a fashion fad to wear pink or pink socks. And,
Right.
College football, the NFL, everybody's wearing pink. But there's a message behind it. The message is women to get that exam. It is treatable for the most part, depending on the different levels of that. But if you get caught early, there's a lot. The success rate can go
Absolutely.
increase with that. I know, it's run in my family. In fact, when I did this a couple years ago for the first time, and I had a friend of mine from Miami, and she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and then she actually had chemo and radiation, a couple months later. And men, we're not immune to this. It impacts everybody as well. And
Absolutely.
cancer is unfortunately not a bigot. Well, it has no hatred. It goes for everybody. It attacks
That's
everybody,
right.
no matter what age, demographic, sex, whether it be prostate cancer or whatever the cancer might be. So I think it's important that we share that message. And I think from a health and wellness standpoint, if we can be able to share that message. So in kind of our last couple of minutes here, what is one message like tell the folks out there listening to this is why is it important for them to take part in activities like this and wellness programs?
Because it can be life-saving. I would not have had that mammogram that year or last year or this year or the 6 months in between those mammograms had it not have been for that. If I wouldn't have went, the things that they're watching for very well can become cancerous, and who knows when it would have been detected. Too late?
Definitely.
But at least now I'm at the very beginning that if anything happens, it's caught early enough that my life is good.
Yeah, and you're going to see some information right below right now about how to register, calling Capital Regional directly. There's a phone number you'll see right below. You want to make sure you call and register your spot. I'm going to pick you guys up and take you guys over there to Capital Regional and have fun with that. So Tanya, thank you so much for sharing that story, especially as we
Thank
make
you.
an impact with all our city employees.
Do it, girls. It's fun.